But what I'm speaking about now is the door was open before about stewardship. And at our church, I happen to be the chairman of the stewardship committee, one of the other hats I wear. We are having a problem. Our stewardship is seldom goes up. It stays where it's at. And if anything, it might trend to go down a little bit. But my question is, regardless of the action that's being taken, how would that affect those people that we're trying to reach out to that no longer come to our church because of intermarriages or whatever? So how does this action relate to any kind of a way that we could help bring them back into our church, other than the involvement of the laity?
Well, I think there's a couple of philosophies here, if I can say that. One is that says that our church can be micromanaged from Istanbul. That's pretty clear. Because 10 years ago we had a strong, united Archdiocese of North and South America, in which the bishops reported to New York. Correct? Today, we have no longer an Archdiocese of North and South America. We have an Archdiocese of America. South America has been lopped off. Central America is lopped off. You could make an argument if there was a huge increase in Greek Orthodox from Brownsville to Buenos Aires that you would do it, but there hasn't been. So they're struggling down there. And Canada was given some. Now you can understand, because Canada has had a large increase in Greek Orthodox, so Orthodox Christians. But the first point is that now we have metropolitans who report directly to Istanbul. So the theory is that it's moving really toward a papist, a Roman Catholic model, as opposed to an Orthodox model. It's very, very important to think about this. So that's the first question. Can it be micromanaged from Istanbul? Does anybody really believe that it can? No, obviously not. That which OCL and others, not just is saying, look let us retain the self-governance that we've had, which has caused our church to make such enormous progress. Who would have thought the church buildings we have, the institutions we have, it's because at the local level there is this synergy, this cooperation. So what we're posing here for the church, for the present and for the future, is a model that works and is consistent with Orthodox tradition. And that's local responsibility. And really what the Patriarch, for his own interest and the church's interest, should say, look, I bless autonomy for the Archdiocese of America, because we know that will give us the ability to apply, to reach the questions in which you pose, because we have our local unique needs here. So I think you raise a very important question, and that's really what's at the basis here of this conflicting points of view. I mean, are we going to go overseas, or are we going to come back here home, being under the spiritual jurisdiction of the Patriarchate, but being able to address our pressing needs?